What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at the patch notes for February 21st. A few events, a few class updates, and other than that, not a ton of stuff going on, but let's get in and take a look at the ones we do have, since they're pretty sweet. First up, we've got Old Moon Boss Seal, Boss Subjugation. This is returning. We've seen this before, where you're going to do bosses, excluding Vel. You'll be able to get seals once you kill them. The Garmoth one you're going to get when you actually turn in the questline for it. They added some items as well to the turn in. You can see like Old Moon Alchemy Catalyst rather, and Garmoth Scales. Things to help you get your Jatina items you'll see in there. Magical Shards and whatnot are also included. We've got fail stacks, like an 80 stack that's listed in that too. Some of these are once per family, and then as you see, some of them are you're able to do more than once per family, which are notated like this. So you can get Spirit Dust, Shards, Fuel, the Garmoth Scales, the Catalyst, Yona Fragments if you need them, these Adamantines, these Boss House Furniture buff items. Those are all at any time. And then the 80 stack and Concentrated Boss Aura boxes, those are limited. So 1 on the 80 stack and 3 for the Concentrated Auras. And then you can always get, if you have 20 seals belongings of an adventurer, to roll the RNG dice and see what happens coming out of that. Next up, we have the Seals of Sincerity event that's going on. This is kind of an interesting one. So you're going to gather fish and kill stuff to obtain these seals, kind of normal for a grind event, and then you can exchange these for different items. And if in total everyone gets to 30 million seals, then we'll get an additional hot time bonus following up next week at 100% drop rate along with it. So other items that you can get as is you can see Cronstones 900 are there, made for hire box, and a 100 stack being some of the top end stuff. You're also going to have some login stuff going on when you come in to give you some seals to start with, and then additional stuff, Courser's Aura, some fail stacks there, enhancing mats, etc. And then of course more seals just kind of going on. Then to exchange them, you're just going to hit up your boy Igor Bartali and swap them out. You can see the number of seals there. It's 40 to get the Advice of Valks. Obviously, that's going to be once per family. So this entire list, the first one right here, the Cronstones, Fail Stacks, Made, Fern Root, not bad for those looking for T10s, and what have you. This will be once per family period. And then these are going to be weekly. That's refreshed each week, which is pretty cool. So again, T10 mats, those mythical feathers there, a lot of enhancement materials, etc. These can be done each week, which is pretty sweet. And then if you saw in there, there's a Choose Your Glorious storage box, and it's a box where you choose your glorious storage space that you want to increase. So there you have it. Lastly, we have the 8th anniversary login extravaganza. A few things with this. You can see, obviously, you're going to get up to 2,200 Cronstones just for login to game. There's Wizard Ghostfy stuff in there. So they've got some amazing awards. Make sure not to miss them. Book of Old Moon, Blessing of Common also included in that. So we have it for the events posted. Let's check out content updates, starting with class changes, and there actually are some this week. I know Succession Nova players are just rejoicing that finally something happened 5 months later. From a PvE standpoint, a couple other classes got changes that are not necessarily strictly PvE oriented, just suck Nova for that one as well as some others. So let's take a look at First Warrior. We've got a note here. Warrior's resilience in combat has been significantly enhanced, allowing for the continuation of battles and the chaining of skill combos even when outnumbered. In the case of Succession, Warrior can now move laterally while in Succession Guard. There's a image. We can take a look at what that looks like in a second. Reducing instances where Prime Evasion was intended to be used but was performed after the guard was released due to the late input. Furthermore, after floating enemies with Prime Counter, Warrior can now approach the opponent and continue the combo. As for Awakening, Burning Moxie has been revamped to intensify the Warrior's attacks based on the number of surrounding enemies. We can also see like Meditation had its WP, HP, and cooldowns adjusted as well. You'll see a few of those tweaks for several classes here. Here's our Succession Guard movement that they're talking about. So you can go left and right during the skill, and it consumes stamina during lateral movement as before for that. So, and then we get a little graphic on the Prime Counter they were talking about. So there you have that one. It's a cool looking skill in general. Yeah, so there you have it for Warrior. Let's check out Kuno. We got the note here. Succession Kuno can gather the effects of ninjutsu, ghost, soul, spirit, and inflict powerful damage through Prime Wheel Wrath. In PvE or PvP, we've made it possible to obtain the ninjutsu, ghost, soul, spirit buffs faster so that you can inflict damage more frequently with Prime Wheel of Wrath. So rather than assigning more damage to other skills, we're just going to double down on Wheel of Wrath and put even more damage on it more frequently. So awesome. We get some WP adjustment on Prime Ankle Counter. It's now going to consume 20, and stamina is not consumed when using during cooldown there. No graphics on any of that one. Prime Shadow Clone also had the cooldown reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds there. Just a little issue fix on Blizzard, specifically for Wizard and Witch, and then individually. We get cooldown reduction on Flow Magical Evasion for the Wizard. A couple of tweaks, and then we see that we actually get a note on Witch. So this one's a little interesting. Let me know what you guys think about what the route they went on this. Just kind of curious what the general feedback is. But Awakening Witch has been improved towards enhancing defensive capabilities. Magical Shield has been adjusted to withstand greater damage, and the duration of the resistance increase effect of Black Spirit Detonative Flow has been extended, offering greater advantages when utilizing Black Spirit skills. Also, the cooldown of Flow Magical Evasion has been adjusted, providing more opportunities to dodge enemy attacks in the midst of combat. It's also Thunderstorm, by the way, had cooldown reduction there, so 11 seconds before, now only being 8 seconds on it. And then the amount on Flow Magical Evasion, because they didn't mention it there, but in the breakdown, it's going from 4 seconds down to 3 seconds there. So some interesting changes across the board on that. Striker, we have Striker Succession has been enhanced with skills designed for engaging multiple enemies. Alongside the well-loved combo, Prime Wolf's Fang and Wolf's Explosive Fangs, we've introduced a new option. Now you can perform a combo on a target under CC effects by activating Prime Roaring Tiger and Explosive Jolt combo while maintaining your defense effect. Additionally, Prime Fist Fury, previously underutilized, has been revamped to swiftly gather martial spirit shards, making it handy in situations requiring a quick accumulation. Pretty interesting there. There was also some damage adjustments on Fist Fury, which they didn't initially mention there. Explosive Jolt gets the same treatment as well. And then we get to the, let's say, more anticipated than any of these, the Nova Succession updates, since it got virtually none prior to this. During all of the revamps starting back in, October. Nova Succession has been improved to easily summon Axion with Prime Icy Prison. The time needed to prepare for battle by casting Katarm's Protection and summoning Royal Guards has been reduced by directly summoning Axion with Prime Icy Prison without the need to use additional skills. Also, Retribution Snare has been adjusted to apply defensive effects upon successful grapple, similar to other characters, and not apply defensive effects upon failure. This allows you to continuously grapple multiple enemies if you succeed. So we get a cooldown change on Katarm's opening. It was from 5 seconds to 7, since it can now be used during the cooldown. So interesting setup there. This is Retribution Snare, like they were talking about, changed to not charge when the grab fails, and with the removal of the charge, defensive effects are not applied when the grab fails. This shouldn't be a surprise in general. That's just kind of how grabs should work and do work in most cases these days. Changed to be unusable during cooldown. Accordingly, cooldown was changed from 25 and 20 seconds to 17 at all skill levels from now on, and changed to apply super armor when it is successful. Icy Prison, which they mentioned, the action of Axion when summoned in the air, is applied on there. Katarm's Vigor has HP recovery from 45 changed to max HP plus 300, so a somewhat almost useless effect to a pretty nice one. Star's Call changed to not apply collision even when charging forward during skill use. We've got a Prime King of the Dead skill, changing the cooldown from 20 seconds to 5 seconds. Has a separate icon in the skill, which is kind of whatever. And then the damage and effects of the following skills. So this is kind of what other classes all got over the last 5 or so months, other than just a handful of them, Succession Nova being completely skipped over for seemingly no reason. But yeah, we see Prime Bitter Rain getting a very significant damage increase on it. Icy Thorns, Frozen Earth, Stamma's Mate, Entangling Icy Thorns, and Sweeping Ring are all getting damage buffs across the board. This is going to be PvE, because as you'll see on these, they had the PvP damage reduction also increased to kind of factor that out. But again, this is the treatment that most all classes already got, and this one didn't. So now it did. Hooray. You did it. Something else to note on all of these class changes, these were actually applied onto the global labs a few weeks ago, which that part of it is not outside of the norm for us to see these pop up a few weeks later. Part that is outside the norm is that we kind of haven't heard anything on what they were doing with the PvP balance changes across the board, and it kind of looked like this was their first step, or first outside of the Nova, although there are PvP adjustments that were included in there. These other classes getting changes kind of looked like it was the first step into them doing that and doing a few at a time, and then maybe releasing them all or however onto the live servers. However, after that on the global labs a few weeks ago, there have been no additional ones put on global labs, so, and also no notes about like what the plan for the PvP changes were. So hopefully they got something up their sleeves, or they're working on something else alongside that, or whatever the direction is got changed. So they're doing whatever, but the transparency is currently lacking, and we have absolutely no idea. Really just hoping it's not one of those instances we've seen before where they say, hey, we're going to do this, and then it doesn't happen, but instead of explaining what occurred, they just pretend like it was never said. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Guild League update. They want to thank all adventurers for joining the Guild League. We've added 2 battlefields for the Guild League with today's update that allow you to enjoy League in a different environment. We're going to refresh the feeling of the existing Navarran Steppe and Heidel Northern Guard camp maps. We understand the maps are crucial in strategy and planning for PvP combat, so we hope you take your time to get used to the 2 maps. You can see the Elder's Bridge. It's got a pretty obvious choke point that says like you can either fight on the open den side if you want to, or across this bridge if that's how you want to do it. And then you've got Kaposha, where you have this kind of valley, and like climbing up on stuff can also be a viable strategy there as well. A couple of quest updates and tweaks. There was some UI added, which actually looks pretty sweet. A function of stables to sort horses by gender, tier, breeding count, and level, instead of just kind of scrolling through all of them to find what it is you're looking for. So not too shabby there. Other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at the Pearl Shop, and you'll see first up we have a new outfit released this week, which I'm actually a fan of this one, and I know what you're thinking. Not the worst. The ones you like are always just like boobs popping out of the shirt, and you're not wrong there, but this one in general is not bad, and you know, it gets the job done. My one thing that I'm not super wild about is I don't get this cape thing. We see this on like some other outfits a lot, or it's like they just put this little banner off the like, I don't know. This always looks weird, but good news is you can most likely turn this off. I don't know because servers aren't up yet, so I don't have it, and I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure you can turn that off, and then I'm all about it because it's just, I don't know, it's just weird. It must be like some sort of thing that like exists in some sort of other armor or culture or something that I'm unaware of, but it looks just weird to me. Anyways, alongside this, we've got all sorts of packs to go along with it if you are thinking about picking this up. So several of them. We've got the Rose Noir pack 1, 3960 pearls, has the outfit box, and then you're going to select from the list below, and you can select one. Well, why does it say select one from the list below? You can select multiples of the same item. It's select one, and whatever. The outfit, 645 Cronstones, 215 Valk's Cry, 110 Artisan's Memory, and then a bonus, you'll also get all of these 20 Artisan's Memory, Enhancement Help Kit 2, and 10 Item Drop Scrolls. Then we have the Wire Pack 2, which is 7040 pearls. It comes with 2 of the outfit boxes. Then you can select 2 from the list below, and you can select multiples. Additional outfit box, same thing. The Cronstones, 645, 110 Artisans, 215 Valks. You get the bonus of 40 Artisans, Enhancement Help Kit 3, and 10 Item Drop Scrolls. Then we have Penta Premium Outfit Pack. This is a 30% save on 5 outfits for it, so 11,900 pearls. A little bit of a lighter one. We have the Triple Premium Outfit. It's 7,650 pearls, so a 25% discount to get 3 of those. We've got Triple Ghost Fee, 3,300 pearls to get those guys. Is that a sale? They're normally 1,100 anyways. Maybe they're 1,100 on sale. Anyway, we see more storage updates, which this has happened week over week for each of the different spots, usually 3 at a time. This week, we see discounts on the Arhaza, Duvenkroon, and Ilia storage locations. Then we have Double February, which I think from a marketing standpoint is an interesting choice to label these instead of buy one, get one. I would think buy one, get one would give it a little more attention. In general, but hey, we'll just call it February X2 instead. These are all buy one, get one. So you're going to get 2 all skill training coupons for the price of 1 February X2, 1,800 pearls to get those, 400 pearls to get you 2 sets of 11 energy tonics, large energy tonics. So that's 22 total for that. We've got Thea's Orb X2, so 500 pearls to get you 4 of those guys. We've got Elian's Tier February X2, 450 pearls to get 20 of those. 1,100 pearls will get you 2 skill preset coupons. 800 pearls to get you 4 item brand spellstones. 400 pearls for 4 Black Spirit Essence. Then we have a Cronstone X200, 684 pearls to get you 400 Cronstones, which is not too shabby at all. We also have the Arctic Fox on sale, 10% off, so he's 1620 pearls. If you haven't picked up a loot pet yet, I would strongly recommend looking into that one if you grind often. So there you have it for this week's patch notes and Pearl Shop. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there's a link to my Twitch page in the description down below. Jump on over there, drop a follow so you get notifications for that as well. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.